It does not matter what I make a video about, or if it's in the video, or if it's in the thumbnail, but the one thing that is guaranteed to get people's attention is always this Crown Royal shift boot. It doesn't matter what the video is about. As soon as somebody sees it, there's 1,000 comments about how much they hate it, and there's like 2 people that ever say they like it. So today I'm going to show you 2 people that say you like it, how to make it. Now I already have one on my car, but it's been there for about a year, and my windows aren't tinted, so it's very faded. I know it probably doesn't look like it, but when you compare it to this fresh bag, it actually is not really purple anymore, and the fact that I'm colorblind and can tell probably means it should be replaced. So today I'm going to rip the old one off and make a new one with this fresh purple bag, and I'm going to show you guys how. And so this is the one that we already have, and this is the one that everybody has grown to hate, but if you look at it side by side with a fresh bag, let's get a nice focus on it. It's like completely gross and faded and nasty. And the cool thing about this is as long as you have the bag, it's a lot cheaper than going out and buying one, and it literally takes 10 minutes. I almost kind of, ew, look how dirty the other one's underneath there. I almost kind of miss having it, the leather one, but whatever. Oh, you know what I did? I just yanked it off, and it folded up and over like this. See that? How it's just figuring itself out like a sock. Just yank your sock off. Should I leave it in full rally mode and just drive it like this? Shift bootless? So one thing that you'll notice with this is that I left the stock boot in here, and that's because this is super thin and like not meant to be a shift boot. So I left this one under here to give it some shape. I'm sure you can take it off if you wanted to, but I remember trying to take this one off and just making this the only shift boot, and it really didn't work out that well. And just for reference, when we're doing it, this is all we're doing is I just cut the boot right underneath Crown Royal so that it was nicely like aligned with the shifter. And then there's these little tabs that hold this stock boot on, and all I'm doing is just cutting little tiny squares or slits or whatever in this boot and just sticking it through all these tabs all the way around to keep the boot on, which is exactly how the other ones are held on anyways. But the ones for the BRZ and the FRS and all that stuff, they're not big enough. The hole is too big for the boot, so I have to cut like a little slot here, and then somewhere I had like another piece of extra that we cut from the bottom that was in here filling it, which you can do, but if you have a smaller shift boot, this will be fine. You'll probably be able to cover it with just that, but that's just something to note. You're going to have to do that if you're doing an BRZ and FRS, something like that. But yeah, so this one worked out perfectly. I've been using this for like a year and nothing has gone wrong with it. So we're going to make this one exactly the same as this. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut it right here across the bottom. We're not going to take a whole lot off. And then I'll go ahead and start showing you guys how to make all these little slots and stuff like that. So we're just going to go ahead and cut this one like right here. And then, like I said, this one has a slot in the back. It's kind of really mangled, I didn't really do this one properly. So I'm trying to make this one the same amount of slottiness. I think that'll be a good start. Maybe I'll give it a little bit more, just for safety. And then we'll just try it like this. So if I want this lined up perfectly with the front, I'm just gonna go ahead and line it up. I'm just gonna use those as guides. And all you need is just like, all I'm doing is like the tiniest little slots, because you just need to slip them over here, and the more you cut, the looser it's gonna be. So I'm just doing tiny little slots and hoping for the best. Tiny little slot, and you just kind of pull it over, and look at that. It just makes itself into a nice big hole. And these ones were cut, ooh, perfectly. So that's the idea of what we're gonna be doing the whole way around. Okay, so I got this one side kind of on. So you can see I just like cut slits, and then I put it, and then cut another slit, and then put this one. This one, I cut a slit right over it because I was realizing I was running out of room to get to the back here. But the whole idea is you gotta cut slits to get it to stretch all the way around. Like I said, if you have a smaller boot, you'll probably be fine. But mine, you can tell, only goes to here, so that leaves 2 of these. And on this one, somehow I made it go all the way to these 2. So I've just been working my best to get it to stretch all that way. That's it. Like that's if you don't have my situation being this, you're done. Like that's it. You just have to cut it along these holes to finish it up. That's it. Mine, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to figure out, I don't remember where I got the material from last time, but I have to make this little filler patch that essentially will be right here, and it'll loop into the same last 2 holes and just kind of duck away underneath. I know it would probably look better to do a section without the gold, probably look better, and what I'm about to do are 2 different things. So, okay, so now I'm gonna put this guy back on here, and then that slot's actually probably perfect. we're just gonna feed it inside the boot. And oh, I might actually be able to cover the gold pretty well. So I'm gonna pull this back over, and please don't rip, please don't rip, please don't rip. Please don't rip, I can feel it tearing in my fingers. Put that one back, and there's a little bit of gold, but whatever. That's it. So when it's in the car, the good thing about this is when it's in the car, this is, in my car specifically, jammed right up in the front. You don't see it. When it's down like this, you'll see it in 2 seconds when it's on, but when it's down like this, it's all buckled over itself anyways, and for the majority, you're not looking at it from this way because there's a dash right here. Like, you can't really get up in there. So this doesn't, no one noticed ever on my old one that I even had this little slot. Nobody noticed. And a lot of people got in my car over the time of that year. So it's just one of those things that, like, if you know it's there, you know, like Courtney knew the whole time, but you can't tell. Like, no one's gonna ever notice. Boom, baby, look at that. Okay, let's put it in. Make sure you plug these back in, otherwise your traction control things will not be happy with you. So that's in. This goes backwards, I think. I had it like this before, and I kind of really liked the way it looked, and for some reason I tied it on the old one. I tied this in a knot, which ruins these strings. These are like the worst strings to deal with. So once you just note, once you tie these strings, like, that's it. You just lost all of chances. All your chances, boys. See how, like, you don't notice that piece at all, because the way it tucks in is, that's what I was trying to explain to you. And now once you're shifting and stuff, like, you'll see it when you come back. Oh, it's already coming off. I need to tighten it. But you'll see it when you come back into gears that are down here, but, like, it's not gonna come out or anything. It's perfect. It's just,
you'll see it.
Yeah, like, I will see it because I did this, but no one else will really notice. Like, when you do this to your car, you'll be the only one that notices. That took me 15 minutes, maybe, because I had to friggin' record it twice because my memory card exploded. And that's it. Super easy, super cool, and every time you get pulled over by the cops, they won't believe you when you say that you weren't drinking and driving because you're clearly a raging alcoholic. So that's it, super easy. It took like 10 minutes, and that is how you make the internet's most hated shift boot. And for everybody that likes it, I'm glad. And for those of you that hate it, I really don't know why. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope some of you guys do this to your car and you have amazing shift boots that half the internet's gonna hate. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you next time. Peace out.